It's Week 13 of the National Football League, and we're watching the Snowhawks' rangy cornerback. He'll make you pay if you throw his way too often. It's the Snowhawks and the 49ers, and it's all up next.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football, and you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense, we're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another, and I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other, they study each other, they work together in the off seasons. A lot of times they're friends, but come game day, Question at the end of this one, yes, they want their teams to win, but when they put their two box scores up next to each other, there's going to be some bragging rights come this offseason.
Here's Joshua Carney ready to get this one started. And off we go here on EA Sports. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The 49ers offense set to get to work for the first time. Led out by the last pick in the draft in 2022. Iowa State's Brock Purdy at quarterback.
I think when you go back and watch the film for last week, Mike, he played fairly well for the most part. Now, are there some things to clean up? Absolutely. Some of his footwork, both inside and outside the pocket, still has a long way to go. The occasional errant throw or just thinking, hey, I've got a big arm, I'm going to fit this ball in the window. Some of that stuff needs to get cleaned up, but overall, not bad. But what matters the most in wins and losses, and he just wasn't the difference maker his team needed when they needed him the most.
Here's 2nd and 9. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down. Like living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. This crowd ready in anticipation, their offense taking the field for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
They find themselves coming off a win last week that came right down to the end, and the best teams in the NFL, Mike, they can win close games and they can win different style games. You're not going to blow people out consistently in the NFL. The league is just too good and has too much parity. But the teams that are the best in one-score games, they're often the ones finding themselves in the best position come playoff time.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. This one caught by Ricci. First reception for the man who enters the week as the NFL's leader in receiving yards. This one, good for a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Benson. Up the sideline, past midfield. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
14 more yards. That's another San Antonio first down. First and 10 at the 46.
Again, it's Benson. Not much happening there, just a short game. With that, I want to give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now give up the middle, it's Benson. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. Linebacker Fred Warner brings him down. 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
From out of the gun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Hardy's kick is good. And the Snowhawks are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Now an opening past the 30. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. The Niners offense. And their running back set to go once more. We check out the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns coming into this weekend, and you see he is currently 2nd in that category. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end.
And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5. They'll send a tight end in motion. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll stick with him again. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here. So just a lone field goal. Third down, 3 to go. A play fake. Now it's Purdy. That's into the hands of Tucker. He's got it. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. From the gun, it's Purdy. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. On play action, here's Purdy. That pass sideline is caught. Nice catch, stays in bounds, and he's got the first down. Terrific job with the feet to make that one a grab. They'll try to run this one in. And he will not get in from there. In fact, I think he was shoved backwards a little bit. From back at the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. They'll go with him again. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stop him short. No gain. Once more from the 2. 3rd and goal. They'll run. Fighting for the goal line. He lost the football. It's out. Boy, that one hurts, Greg. They had a really nice drive going and moved it halfway down the field, but then fumbled down here in the red zone, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Anytime you put together a drive of this length, Mike, you just want to come away with points. Of course, a touchdown is the main goal, but in this case, to turn the ball over this deep in the red zone is just a brutal turn of events for this offense.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
On the handoff, this is Benson. And it'll be marked down up around the 18-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now this time they'll look to throw. That'll be taken in. It's Trey Benson. And he's going to be out of bounds, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in, and he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts. They'll talk things over before 3rd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll air it out down the middle. That's hard. And he's going to take this one all the way. 71 yards for the touchdown. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
The extra point from Carney is good. And the Snowhawks are out to a 10-0 lead. Here's Carney now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Niners offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll put Ayuk in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Purdy. The throw here is complete. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Timeout 49ers. That is their second. To throw on 1st down is Purdy. And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line. On 2nd down, Purdy. That one caught by Tucker. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that 1st down. Purdy now on 3rd and 2. And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield. Here's the punter now. The punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Snowhawks offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his season total. You get a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes to this point. this season. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That is brought in. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 71 yards. It is a touchdown. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Niners offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive as they'll begin here with first down. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down. Not wanting to take a chance this time, we'll keep this one on the ground. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. 3rd and 9. Once again, they keep it on the ground. Now this defense will use a 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. A fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Man is open, middle of the field. It is caught. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. So we reach halftime in what has been, to this point, a one-sided game. We'll head over to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He has the EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And this one all tied as they've gone to the intermission. We'll stay in the NFC. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. It's Jalen Hurts with a couple of touchdown passes. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Snowhawks offense and running back Trey Benson getting ready for their next drive. He is the NFL leader in rushing to this point in the season, so he's hoping to put together a solid second half to try to take home the title. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
It's a pick number 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll go again with Benson. And it'll be brought down shy of the 35, but that is good enough to move the sticks. A give. Here's Benson. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. a run with Benson. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down.
The 41 is a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
He'll drop to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Well, he had such a great first half throwing the football. There's no reason to think, Mike, coming out here for the start of the third, that anything's going to change. He's picked up right where he left off, and the numbers are indicative of just how well he's played.
And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
San Antonio, first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Quick hitting slant there. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Another great throw, and that's been the story as you check out these numbers. I mean, he has done everything this team has asked of him and more.
To the air now on 1st and 10. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Back to throw. That is caught at the 3. And he's in. Touchdown, Snowhawks. That touchdown, lucky number 13 on the season. The extra point from Carty is good. And the Snowhawks are able to extend out to a 24-0 lead. Here's Carty now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The 49ers offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for.
Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. It is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. Checking it down, this one is caught. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the third quarter. The offense staying out there for this 4th down. Now Purdy. Throw to the sideline. Well done. Good job with the feet. Stays in bounds. It looks like, and yes, they do, have the first down. Shotgun snap to Purdy. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Back to the air is Purdy. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The defense has it.
You know, Mike, with the importance being placed on yards after the catch, we're seeing more and more guys really emphasize turning into a runner as soon as possible. And, of course, it's a critical part of today's modern offense. But the part you have to remember, the yards are never more important than protecting the ball, so it needs to continue to be stressed. Yes, we want the big explosive play after the catch, but never at the expense of the ball.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. This one caught by Ricci. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Snowhawks. Second touchdown for him in the game. Number 14 on the year. The extra point from Carty is good. And the Snowhawks move out even further ahead. It is now 31-0. Here's Carty now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Niners offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's had all sorts of ball control problems in this one. Let's take you back through the moments. Nothing gets you in a coach's doghouse or next to the coach faster than fumbling the football. He's done it multiple times. Very big hole for his team to dig out of. They'll put Ayuk in motion. 1st and 10 for Purdy. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They motion a receiver right. Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the 1st down on a gain of 7. Putting the tight end in motion. He'll find his open man. That's Brandon Ayuk. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Throwing again is Purdy. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. He'll get this out to his running back. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7. They'll throw again with Purdy. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete. Here's 3rd and 7. To throw once more, it's Purdy. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Snowhawks are going to get the football at their own 40.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Benson. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Trey Benson. Touchdown, Snowhawks. On comes Joshua Carty for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Snowhawks keep rolling right along. 38-0. Here's Carty now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. 49ers offense ready to take over once again. Let's go back and scroll through some of their drives. One theme, Greg, going to keep emerging throughout. Too many turnovers.
Yeah, I think it's been a combination of just carelessness, right? Some sloppy play offensively that has caused some of them. But also, let's give some credit to the defense. I think in a lot of the cases, they're also forcing these takeaways, punching the ball out, going up for interceptions. They've been in the right place at the right time. So, combination of really good defense at times, and at times, really bad offense.
He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a pop.
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Purdy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. So it'll bring up 4th down. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. This offense and their running back heading back on the field. And we'll give you a look at some of the highlights. He's had a number of them over that magic mark, over 100 yards on the ground, including a rushing touchdown. He has been a handful for the defense right throughout. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
This is caught down that right sideline. And it'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. Throwing now on 1st and 10. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the air one more time. Now a shot here, deep middle. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play. So on comes Joshua Carty to try this field goal. This will be from 56 yards away. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. Their winning ways continue.